Hi, this is Dolman Ross. Welcome back to my channel, Me Fit, You Fit. Thanks for looking in. I want to talk frankly today about getting older, about my personal history with calisthenics and fitness in general, and about push-ups in honor of this record set I did 2 days before my 69th birthday last week. You don't have to wait until you're an old fart like me to start, but if you have waited, well, you don't need to think you're too old to begin. So, let's get going with the discussion. This video shows 9 minutes of determination on my part. I hope you'll stick it out because I want to talk to you about you by talking about me. I started this channel to track my own progress and to motivate anyone that I can to take the bull by the horns when it comes to health and fitness. I've left older videos up specifically so you and I can track my development. Looking back on some of those, I would have to say that the thing I'm most proud of isn't the raw numbers or the reps I do. It's the growing attention to form and practice. I've learned what we could call a painful lesson over 4 years. Form isn't just for aesthetics' sake. It's to keep you safe and free from injury, and to improve your results. Yes, I've had some setbacks in that regard a few times along the way, but I learned, partly by watching dozens and dozens of videos by the best in the business, how to work on my form to keep myself fit and able. Push-ups are a phenomenal core exercise. 2024 is ending in just 2 days, and I've just done my last 2 sets of these decline push-ups today. I did over 7,900 declines this year. That's an average of over 150 a week. I haven't done much more than a couple dozen classic push-ups this year, though I was doing them the whole time from 2020 on until I got to 3 sets of 100 plus in a day. My dream goal in late April 2023. That video is around here somewhere, but that's when I started doing the declines, where your feet are elevated to increase the difficulty when you're ready for them. Smart push-ups are better than continuing to punish your joints with more and more reps. I usually do 2 or 3 sets of declines once or twice a week. The last 6 months it's been once a week, typically Sundays, because I've been doing handstand push-ups and pike push-ups on Wednesdays. Practice your form to keep from injury, seriously. The declines have progressed as well. I started with a 5.5-inch offset, or 12.5 centimeters. I did that until February 2024, when I could do 100 plus reps of those in each of 2 sets, and another 50-something in a third set in a day. Then I raised the offset to 29.5 centimeters, or 11.6 inches, and worked once more toward 100 reps per set for 2 sets, plus some more in a third set. And I got there in August of 2024. So I moved on again. Now I've added the dumbbell parallettes. Why? Well, range of motion. ROM. Exercise smart. You're trying to impress you, not me. You're your most critical fan. Full extension, full flexion, chest to the floor. Smooth reps, attention to the eccentric phase too, not just the concentric. In push-ups, that means going down well along with going up well. That's what you want. I did 55 of the current type the first set I tried them in mid-September. 14 weeks later, I got up to the 76 you see here, and 70 in a second set hours later. I had wanted to hit my age, 68, before my birthday, and I got nicely past it. When I started these, my arms, chest, and back found new ways to let me know I had worked them, I can tell you. Let's talk about personal background. When 2020 began, I was 50 pounds overweight, out of shape, taking various medications, feeling very old, and brain fogged at 64. I made a resolution to start exercising and drop some weight. I did start in, on the first of the year as a matter of fact, with a few light rounds of exercise, a few days a week. I tracked it in Excel. I urge you to track your own progress, even if only with a pen and paper. Thank me later. The pandemic began. By March 2020, it became obvious we were in a serious public health crisis. I hadn't lost any weight yet, but I could now do about 25 push-ups in one set, once or twice a week. I was doing pull-ups and chin-ups as well, along with some other stuff. By April, the weather warmed up where I live here in Germany, and I could start bicycling 5 or 6 days a week. I took walks on some of the other days. By June, I had lost about 12 pounds. I started losing about 2 to 3 pounds a week, and I would keep that up until Christmas, when I hit my ideal weight of 50 pounds less. But as the summer was beginning, I was back in the cardio clinic again. No, not a heart attack, but a stent. My right coronary artery was about 80% occluded. Again. I say again because back in 2013 and into 2014, it had been fully occluded. I could have died that year, and over a period of about 8 months, I thought every day that maybe I would die, until they discovered that fully blocked artery. The head guy at the best university hospital in my area couldn't even find the artery, let alone stent it as he had intended. He told me I'd need open heart surgery inside of a few weeks. Instead, I found a stellar cardiologist about 40 kilometers down the road, another leading guy who could rescue me via a double-entry femoral or groin catheterization by going up and around the heart from both sides. It worked. He placed 3 stents. That was Valentine's Day 2014. Those 3 stents are long gone. They were what's called self-resorbing, and they are especially useful in that way for younger patients like me back then. After a couple of years, they're gone, but the artery wall has stabilized, hopefully, and that's what happened for me. Except I hadn't learned my lesson. I continued to gain weight until 2020 was upon us. My resolution to exercise and lose some weight was good, but it was almost too late. Here I was, taking ambulances and having stents once more. Only 1 stent this time, but a permanent jobby now. Dr. Miracle wanted to place one on the left side, too. He expected me back in 2 to 3 months for that. Instead, I continued to work on my exercise plan, doubling down on the biking and calisthenics. I learned about time-restricted eating and low-carb, high-protein living. The pounds continued to slip away. The cardiologist saw me for a follow-up and told me it looked like I'd be able to avoid a second stent for now. By that Christmas, or rather my birthday on the 24th, on the button, I hit my dream weight, down 50 pounds. I've kept it off. I've gained some muscle, frankly. But that's not a bad thing in the least. Sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, is your biggest enemy when you're over 60. You need to do something about it. You need to be serious. Go watch some videos by Peter Attia, MD, for example, if you want to know more. As for exercise, I haven't let up. Calisthenics essentially saved my life, I think I can say, without exaggeration. I'm doing it, tracking it, living it. My weight is stable. My craving for junk food has been gone for years. My medication chest is close to empty. My doctors watch my videos sometimes. I have a playlist here called Calisthenics and Tips you should look over. Have I inspired you? I truly hope so. Best to you in the coming years. P.S. Can you give the video a like? Will you subscribe to the channel if you haven't? I love the support I get from all of you. Thank you. Be well.